Good morning, boys and girls. Mr. Baxter's Learning Channel is your place to be. Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, April the 29th. Nope, Thursday, April the 30th. It's our last day in April 2020. We are going to go over a reading activity today, continuing our nonfiction reading unit, and we're going to be looking at some very important words. But since we're going to be reading, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and gather ourselves together. All right? You ready? 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Hi. We are gathering on our phones or our screens. Everyone is here now. This is our own space now. We are here in the digital Baxter Beehive. Here we are. Welcome to our reading activity for today. First things first, let's talk about where we are going and how we're going to get there. All right? All right, so today, boys and girls, where we're going or what we're going to be learning is I can learn about the world from nonfiction books. Now, we know nonfiction books teach us about something. And we've been reading about honeybees and carpenter's tools and fish in the sea and seasons. So we're going to continue learning about the world from our nonfiction books. And the way we're going to get there, how we get there, or how we'll show what we know today, boys and girls, is I will make a list of important words. And we will call those words our vocabulary. Vocabulary is a big vocabulary word. All right? Vocabulary means important words about a topic. So, take a look. You see rickety tickety. We're going to be taking a look at a carpenter's tool and honeybees today. All right? So, I will show you how we pay attention to important words in these two books. And then I'll show you also how you can use important words that you already have inside of your head to help you as you're reading nonfiction books. All right, so let's take a look really quick at our nonfiction chart, okay? Look here. Let's remind ourselves really quick what makes a book nonfiction, okay? So for a book to be nonfiction, it's going to teach about something. So the book Honeybees was teaching us about honeybees, all right? And the book A Carpenter's Tools was teaching us all about the tools that a carpenter needs to do their job. It tells facts, right? We were learning facts or important things about the honeybees or the carpenter's tools. And here's what we're looking at today, boys and girls, those bold words, right? Those very important words. So we're going to be paying close attention to our nonfiction books. Remember, those nonfiction books normally almost always have real pictures or photographs so that we can get a good look at what we're trying to learn about. And the nonfiction books that tell us about something that happened are telling a true story, right? Remember that. All right, so let's take a look, guys. I want to look at our nonfiction PowerPoint really quick together. And I'm going to show you guys how we gather some important words, okay? All right. So, got our PowerPoint pulled up. We're going to play it. I'm going to bring this down to here. And then I'm going to angle this down. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, so remember, we're asking 3 questions always as we're reading. So that we can understand our books. Does it look right? We're checking our picture. Does it sound right? Do the words make sense? And if it looks right and sounds right, does it make sense with what the book is saying? All right, remember, we're avid nonfiction readers. We're going to be thinking, wow. We're going to ask our questions as we read through our books. And today we're going to pay attention to using those fancy topic words. We refer to those as vocabulary. Look, I bet we might use these words today because we're talking about honeybees. All right, look, remember, avid nonfiction readers, really pay attention to your book. Today I want you to be paying attention to the words those bold words, okay? All right. Now, look here. Remember, when we're talking about the words, the important words in our book, we're using our book talk power, where we discuss or we talk about with our partner or Mr. Baxter, or as we share our books with the class, we talk about the important words or the vocabulary. Now, watch this. I had an activity one time where I asked a classroom full of children if they could tell me important words about their pets. Look here. Here's vocabulary, all right? Vocabulary means important words for a topic. We know that from our nonfiction chart. The bold words are the important words about our topic or what the book is about. So we'll be looking for those bold letters. And hey, I have a hint for you guys. There's a special page in the back of your book where you can normally find most of your important vocabulary, all right? But look here. Here's some of the words that the friends came up with when we were looking at our pets vocabulary. Hamster, a bowl, another bowl, a cat. Oh, look over here. Some of them told me their names. So cat, you see? Some food that you have to give them. One friend had a snake. Another friend had a guinea pig. So when the vocabulary words that you think of when you think of a topic are very important. That's words that you already know, all right? And we know that from our KWL chart that we want to discuss what we already know when we're looking at our books so that we can know what we are learning, all right? So that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. Okie dokie. I will put this away and then we'll take a look at our seesaw activity together. All right, but first I'm going to show you guys how we would make a vocabulary list, okay? So, remember, the two books that we'll be talking about today is A Carpenter's Tool and Honeybees. All right, so what we can do is you guys can get any kind of piece of paper, or I'm going to use a big old whiteboard today. All right, and what you want to do, oh no, I dropped the book Honeybees. All right. And what you want to do is we want to get a big old place where we can make a list. Now first, we want to write the topic that we will be discussing. Take a look. So the first book that we can discuss is A Carpenter's Tools, right? So we'll add that as our heading. A Carpenter's Tools. Just like our PowerPoint was showing us, they had the heading pets, remember? So we would have A Carpenter's Tools. Now, remember, as we looked through the book, A Carpenter's Tools, that on each page, it was showing us one of those important tools that the carpenter needs to use to do their job, right? Look at the carpenter. Remember, we can go back and we can combine powers like our read powers and look for important words. But I told you, boys and girls, after you read through your nonfiction books, there's a very important page in the back where you can look for the vocabulary, right? So let's take a look at some of these. I see drill, hammer, plans, a ruler, a pencil. So I believe all of these are important words that we could add to our A Carpenter's Tool vocabulary list. So watch as I would add these. All right, some of the important words are drill, hammer. Yeah, see how we're adding these over under A Carpenter's Tool? Nails. Now, they need plans, measuring tape. That is a long word right there, but it's important. And remember, we can add some words that we already know about A Carpenter's Tools also. What do carpenters do? They build. So we know carpenters build. And then also we know that they build houses. So we can add the word houses to our vocabulary list for our carpenter's tools. Right? Did you see that? That's how we go through it. Now look, we can go back and we remember that the important words for a carpenter's tools are drill, hammer, nails, plans, measuring tape, build, and houses. All of those words were very important as we're learning about a carpenter's tools. Now, we can do the same thing, boys and girls, with our book, Honeybees. I just need to start a new list. So I need to put my topic. The topic is honeybees. All right, and some of the things we know about honeybees already is I know that they live in a hive. They make honey. We're going to go ahead but remember, let's read back through it and we can see some of the important words in the book. Now, remember, there's two spots to look for the important words. In the bold print or as labels in the pictures, or we can check the back of the book for the glossary. Well, let's take a quick look through here. Look, honeybees have stripes. First one, antenna, right there. See that label? We know that honeybees have two antennae. Antenna is a very important word as it is a label in the real photograph. Let's take a look and see if we can find another one. Honeybees have 4 wings. Oh, look here. Honeybees have 5 eyes. Know how I know these are important? They've given us some labels. So we're going to go to the back of the book and take a look at the glossary or the important vocabulary words. Okay? Look here. This is a list of words to know. Look as you look down here. See them in the bold print? Antenna, eyes, hive, honey, nectar, pollen. So this is a space that we can add to our vocabulary list. Let's add the word antenna. Eye, pollen, nectar. Remember, that's those fancy topic words that help us learn from our nonfiction book. And then remember, there's one big long word that was that big tube, like a big tongue, that helps the bees get the nectar from the flower. Remember? Let's take a look back at the page so we can remember. Pollen baskets. But there it is. Remember the bee's big long tongue? It's called a proboscis, right? That's what helps the bee get the nectar. So we can add the word proboscis. So look here. Now we have 2 vocabulary lists for our 2 nonfiction books that we're just describing today. All right? And remember, these words right here help us to learn from the nonfiction books. We know that these words are very important when we are discussing or when we are talking about these topics. When we are discussing these topics, these are important words that we want to include as we are discussing our learning about honeybees and about a carpenter's tools. Awesome. Now, so that's how Mr. Baxter does it. And I'm going to show you how you all are going to do it today. Okay? So, let's take a look at our seesaw activity really quick. Open the computer back up. All right. This is what your seesaw activity is going to look like today, boys and girls, for Thursday, April the 30th. You are going to select this book, Honeybees, from your Epic book box. I want you to read through it, and I want you to take a look at the important words. First step, I want you to use this microphone tool right here, and I want you to record 3 important words from the book. So here we go. I'm recording. I know 3 important words from my list was honey, pollen, and proboscis. All right. Now, I'm going to hit the green check because there's my recording. Then over here. Words from the book. So here we go.
That's what it'll sound like when you send it to Mr. Baxter.
My list was.
All right. So I'm going to then I want you to hit the text box, okay? And I want you to type the next step is you're going to type your 3 vocabulary words that you just said into a text box over here. So mine were honey, I'm going to add another one. Oh. I don't know where my text box went. But I said honey, pollen. Oh, there it is. And it's all right, guys. If the word pops up at a different spot on the page, when you're finished, just move out of there. And you can get your move tool. Move your word pollen over there. All right, and the third one was proboscis, right? So remember, it's I hear a blend at the beginning there. Us. Just like that, guys. Now look, I've got my 3 vocabulary words. I've got my recorded vocabulary words. And when you're done, you're just going to hit the green check and it'll send it to Mr. Baxter. I can't wait to see you guys work. Thank you for joining me on that nonfiction reading activity for Thursday, April the 30th. Get reading, Baxter Bees. Love you guys. Baxter, out.